say some days you're gonna win. They say some days you're gonna lose. I tell you, I got news for you. You're losing all the time, you never win. No. If you believe that's how it's gonna be, I better put you down. Get up, you take your book and come down on the ground. You gotta save me now. You better turn around. And I looked around. I was heading down. Oh, somebody throw me down the line. This is some days you gotta give. This is some days you gotta take. That's the way it's gotta be. Roll it over and you will see. The city streets are full of people going nowhere they can turn. You change the night today is really only.
Good morning, my friends. 9:10. It's a Tuesday. The 26th day of August does fall on it. We got a busy show coming up in just about 5 minutes or so. We're going to be talking to Mary McKean again and really just getting the latest of the upcoming triathlon and just some really great stuff. At probably around 9:30, we got our schedule. I did all messed around, and we'll be talking to Jacoby Arts Center at 9:30. At 10:30 is the St. Louis Area Foodbank. They have a really great food giveaway starting on Thursday. They have one Friday as well to help celebrate their 50 years. And then more great conversations await you at 10:10. We're going to be talking with our friends at Music in the Park and just having a busy show. So I hope you guys are in here for the next 2 hours. I know I will be, and at 9:12, here's what you need to know. We were following this very closely yesterday. A devastating housing explosion in Florissant did result in at least 3 individuals being transported and rescued to Mercy Hospital's burn unit with additional injuries reported. Fire officials confirmed all residents are accounted for despite the severity of the blast. The explosion occurred around 9:15 a.m. on Monday. We brought that to you as it broke and involved 5 homes in that explosion and prompted a 3-alarm fire response. Emergency crews, including a EMS strike team and Urban Search and Rescue Task Force 3, were on the scene. US 67 remained closed near that site, and a nearby Walmart was temporarily shut down yesterday as a precaution. Spire Inc. did shut off the natural gas supply, and we're going to be following that story and keeping you updated with the latest out of Florissant. Also in the news today, the recent City Fest in O'Fallon was marred by at least 9 fights and shots fired incident over the weekend, leading to 17 arrests and a temporary business closure. The disturbances primarily involved juveniles, occurred on Friday and Saturday near the rides and along U.S. Highway 50, and it culminated in shots fired behind Community Financial on Saturday evening. Law enforcement, including the O'Fallon Police Department and regional agencies, implemented crowd control measures such as road closures and ride shutdowns. 5 juveniles were detained in connection to that shooting, with one 14-year-old facing pending charges. Mayor Eric Van Hook emphasized that public safety does remain a top priority and announced a forthcoming review and stakeholder meeting to approve future festivals. We'll keep you updated when more details do emerge from that. Let's take a quick look at weather because we just have to keep this show moving today. At 63 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 70 today. Just a beautiful day. Nothing to really report other than ragweed is elevated, so you might need to take a Claritin or an Allegra. Temperatures reach 76 degrees today, drop down to 49 overnight as we head into Wednesday. On Wednesday, a high of 77, a low of 56. On Thursday, a high of 79, a low of 56 again. On Friday, a high of 78, a low of 53. And then on Saturday, high of 77, a low of 54. There's no rain in the forecast. That's a look at the next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. 63 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 70 at 9:14. And that's what you need to know, and that's what's happening around the Riverbend. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back with our daily show and start this Tuesday morning right after this.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it.
This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on riverBender.com.
Welcome back, 917. Mary on the phone, joining us from Buttercup Ranch and Creamery. We are getting closer and closer to Patriots weekend. And Mary, how's everything looking for this?
Oh, amazing. We're so psyched.
Well, and let's dive right into this. Where should we start? Because it seems like you guys just keep adding to this event, and it really is something that's just great to see.
Yeah, we're super excited. And as we're getting ready, I was just thinking about old and new. So my theme today is old and new. We've got our old sponsors, their faithful sponsors that come back every year, but then we've got a bunch of exciting new ones. We've got our old racers, not old. Some of them are old, some of them are young, but we've got our faithful racers that come back, and some of them have come like all 4 years, but then we've got some new ones, and we're excited about them as well. And then volunteers too. We've got our faithful ones that come back every year, and then we're getting new ones, and but we always need more. So.
Well, and it's really just, it's great to see that even, as we're getting, maybe 2 weeks out, or are we 2 weeks out now, I think, officially?
Yeah.
Yeah. Around 2 weeks out, and it just seems like, you're always coming back with updates, and honestly, it's great to see that, especially for such a great cause for this event. And just for the folks that aren't too familiar, take us through, what this event this weekend really benefits.
We are benefiting our local first responders. It's in honor of or memory of people that lost their lives on 9/11, and so we are benefiting our first responders. We're giving 20%, 10% to our Millstadt Police, 10% to our Millstadt Fire Department for the whole weekend.
Oh, wow. And that's honestly just incredible. And now, Mary, as we're sitting right now, take us through just how you guys are feeling a couple of weeks out before we dive into your new sponsors.
We're, like I said, we're excited. Of course, we're a little frazzled, but we're getting ready. But it's looking great. The property has that have come out to help clear some of the brush because it happens. But it's looking beautiful. We've got a lot of brush cleared out by our lake, and it's just a gorgeous view. We even had a couple come out and do a wedding tour, probably because of all this advertising we've had. But yeah, they got to see a nice view of the lake and everything.
Well, and
honestly, we're excited.
That's just incredible, and I'm glad to hear that. And I hope more and more people take advantage of it because you guys have such a beautiful spot, and it's great to. Honestly, it's great to see that more and more people are taking advantage of that. So, Mary, with that being said, we do have some new sponsors, and if you could fill me in on who we're going to be seeing representing this event.
Well, we've got some new sponsors for our balloons. We have some local businesses in Millstadt. We've got Linneman's Gun Repair, and we're excited to have him, John. And then right down the street, his daughter runs a hair salon, a New You, and she's also going to be sponsored. And they just really, really want to help out our first responders and a new event. So we're very, very grateful to them.
That's fantastic. And then with that being said, we have them on the screen as well and showing a little bit of information, but another Millstadt business that's just jumping right in on this.
Yeah. And then we've also got another one that we're super excited about, Kennedy Golf Carts. And they are fairly new to our town. And they are going to donate a golf cart for us to use during the event so that we can transport older people and handicapped people to our different locations at our event.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and we're excited for that too because it's a local business right in town, and not only can they, we can work together for this event, but we're hoping in the future that we can partner together for people having weddings and events at our venue as well.
1,000% over. And honestly, it's just great to see all that local support and really just adds to really just the overall experience of that event. It's fantastic.
Yeah. We've got another. I'm sorry.
It's all. I was just asking you who else we had.
Well, we've got for our triathlon, we've got Cold Stone Creamery and Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory in Creve Coeur.
Wow.
We're super excited because they're donating their amazing caramel apples for our top triathlon winner.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there's another reason people go sign up. If you're a top winner, you can get one of those awesome caramel apples.
That's awesome. I think that's really cool. And honestly, what I think is great is that it seems like a lot of businesses are contributing their own unique, twist to this event. And just, it's really cool to have that. Honestly, I might run just for that, effort alone.
I know. Our daughter said that. One of our daughters was like, man, I would run for food,
That's awesome. Who else we got?
We've got Metro East CrossFit, and they are very excited about our event, and they're actually going through some new branding, and they unveiled their new logo for our event. So we're excited about it.
That's honestly, it looks great. I pulled it up on the screen. It looks fantastic.
Yeah,
really cool.
And then our Millstadt EMS, our ambulance is going to be out. They're coming out for both days, and they're really excited. Jennifer over there at Millstadt EMS is all on board, all excited to help us out. So we're excited for them to be there as well.
That's fantastic. And honestly, it's just great to see all the different different industries, number one, and different community partners that are a part of this. Honestly, it's really cool to see all the different collaborations.
Yeah, we're amazed, excited.
That's really cool. And is there anyone else that we need to shout out real quick?
Just our old, just our other sponsor, our other new sponsors that we talked about last time. I don't know if you got those logos over there, but we've got Hearthside Grill in Belleville. We've got Uncle Mustache, Bike Surgeon, Alpine Shop, Apex Network, ATI, Physical Therapy, Empire Auto Sales.
It's just fantastic, Mary. And honestly, it's one of those two. Well, what we can do is we'll link back in the next write-up just to make sure people are aware and make sure we add that new signage in there. But you know what? What I think so cool is you sent me some photos of just the prior year events. I'm going to pull those up real quick just on the screen. Like right here, just a bunch of athletes being a part of that swimming portion of the triathlon. And what I think's so unique about this is just it's a great way to, number one, show off your guys' wonderful property, but also your property is such a picturesque setting. Like you really can just enjoy every aspect of this event.
Yes. Thank you. I agree.
This is so cool. Now, have you swam the lake yet?
I have not, but my husband, well, I did not this year, but my husband actually did because, Rich, our race director just did he ran his first triathlon.
Oh, that's awesome. How'd he do?
He did okay. I mean, he did the O-Town Hustle in O'Fallon. So a shout out for them. And Bike Surgeon ran that. And the cool thing about Bike Surgeon is that they are also going to be our support and gear tent at our race.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's a nice little tie in there.
Yeah, so we were out at the O-Town Hustle, and what was cool about that was that we saw some of our faithful racers there, all 4 years, and they're talking up our race, like, you guys got to sign up for this because this is the best race ever. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then the other thing is that we also met some of the new racers that are going to do ours for the first time. We met them at the O-Town Hustle. And that was a lot of fun too.
That's really cool, actually. That's fantastic. And what I think is cool is it seems like the racing community is really tight knit too, and word of mouth travels very well with groups of racers, and that's really, it seems like, how you're able to develop and build on this.
Yes, and then we have some possible participants that have been talking to us that we're super excited about, and I just wanted to share. We actually have a 10-year-old girl that may do the triathlon. That's probably
wow.
I mean, we've had younger people do the 5K, but this is a girl that is on a swim team and she wants to do the whole thing. So I think her parents are going to do it with her. Like one parent might run with her and another parent might bike with her, but she's going to do the swim all on her own. So hopefully that works out. We're excited about that.
Honestly, what I think is so cool, though, how great of a story would that be? The family doing it with her and the 10-year-old that just dominates the triathlon. That's the headline.
Yeah. And here's the other end of the spectrum. The other end of the spectrum that is super cool is that we have a team of 80-year-olds, and they're in their 70s and 80s. They may sign up as a relay team.
Oh, no. Well, see, that just makes me feel bad about my my lack of participation.
I know, but the story gets even better. They did a quarter Ironman together as a relay team 18 years ago when they were in their 60s. Yeah.
That's just incredible. And I can barely get off my couch.
Right. No, CJ, come on. You're doing it. You're doing it next year. I'm telling
That's
you.
right. I
Start
will
training now.
You know what? I might actually take you up on the next year offer.
That'd be awesome. Okay, so then when they did that Ironman, they were in their 60s and they did it, and they were so surprised when they finished that. Well, first of all, they were the oldest team at that time, and they were the only relay team, so they got a trophy, and they were so excited about that. And now they're going to do it again. I think they're going to do it again with us. I think they're planning to sign up today. So
that's
we're excited.
Fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. I just think it's so cool to see all the growth really when it comes to this event. And honestly, like we were just talking about, the personalized stories that I think just, honestly make this event so much cooler too. Mary, where it's, you not only have this going to a great cause with Patriots Weekend and everything else, but also you have it to where you can truly, experience community with this, and especially with how many different volumes of people you have. You have a lot of people, so to still have that community touch to it, I think is so cool.
Yeah, and it's just, the thing is too is that anybody can join. It does, you don't have to be a super athlete. I mean, you can do a team, you can do just the 5K, just the run, and we're excited. Like we have another a participant who's she's done the triathlon in the past, and her husband is not, because of health issues, can't do the whole triathlon, but he's going to do the duathlon. So we have a lot of different options for people.
That's super cool. And now, also, you sent me some pictures of the hot air balloons. I'll have to add those into my article on this, Mary, because they're on my phone. Okay. But I just think it's going to be so cool to be able to have all of that happening in one weekend with a great band, hot air balloons, if the weather cooperates, which it right now looks like, man, if you could have this event this weekend, it'd have been perfect. But it's,
right.
It's just, there's so much that goes into this, and I think it's just going to be a perfect weekend for families all the way around.
Yeah, we're praying, because it's supposed to be good weather next week too, or in 2 weeks. But we're up to like 7. I think that we have between 7 and 9 balloons that are coming.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, so we're excited. We're excited about that.
Well, and I also have a photo here. Who's this gentleman? Is it on a looks like a kayak here, or a canoe is what it is. That's really cool. Is this part of the race as well?
Yeah, he was a safety. That was a safety canoe. And that kind of helps me segue into our volunteers, because we have a Team River Runner is a veterans group in St. Louis that does water safety. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be out. They're going to have their boats out there, and so that we like that tie-in that they're veterans, and we're supporting first responders. So we have a little tie-in there. But they're going to be out there keeping everybody safe in the water. Plus, they're going to have a table afterwards that with information if people want to know more about their group or support them.
That's really cool. And honestly, great note, too, for the public to notice just that safety aspect that you guys have.
Yes.
And now, also, you sent me a photo, Mary, of a woman singing as well. Is this going to be part of the opening ceremonies?
Yes. This Caroline sang for us last year, and that was her first time, and she has a voice like an angel. Just come and listen to her. It's worth it. She's amazing. So she's going to do the national anthem.
Really great. And honestly, Mary, I once again, just going back into this, there's so much to this great event. And now for the folks at home, what weekend is this?
This is September 5th and 6th.
5th and 6th, and it goes back 20% correct to area first responders?
Yes, everything.
And honestly, just a great way, too, if you guys haven't been able to catch Buttercup Ranch and Creamery yet, or check them out online or socials, go and see it in person, because it really is one of those places I could only imagine to where you need to see it for yourself to truly understand just how great of a spot it is. And,
yes.
And Mary, the race starts at 7 a.m. or registration does?
Right. And it starts at, the race starts at 7 a.m. and you can sign up online. It's not too late. You can sign up online. Online registration closes on September 5th. And then you can still walk up. I mean, we had the people do that last year. You can walk up on the day and still get in the race until 6:30 a.m. on the 6th. You can still sign up.
And just great notes for the public to take in as well. And just had on the screen some of your website there as well, Mary. And I know we've been talking for about 20 minutes or so, and we're going to have to wrap up here shortly, and would love to have you back on maybe the week of, just to make sure we catch all those last-minute details if you have any more for us. But wanted to make sure that we understand that this is this 9/11 remembrance for Ogie, who Rich flew with as during the Air Force. And Ogie, that pilot, pilot on the captain of Flight 11 during 9/11, and that's why this is such an important tie-in and really a way to remember.
Yes, it's a good remembrance, and we also have a lot of fun.
And that's really where I wanted to finally wrap up on is, with all of that, you guys find a great way to have such a celebratory weekend for such an important cause. And before I let you go, is there anything else that you wanted to share with us during this time?
I mean, just, we've got sign up to volunteer or sign up to race, come out to our balloon glow. We're excited. I can share all the links, if you want to post.
Yeah, please do, Mary. And that way we can keep showing some really cool aspects of this just to get people up to date and familiarized with it, because I think the photos tell 1,000 words,
Right. I agree. Thank you.
Oh, not a problem. Well, Mary, it's always great talking with you, and you make my job easy because you have all this information that just makes it easy for me to pull up. So I appreciate you, and I know that we'll hopefully chat again soon.
We'll look forward to it.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with Jacoby Arts Center right after this in the heart of the 618.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on riverBender.com.
I'm really late. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Welcome back. took a tour of the bank vault, I think, and ended up this. Welcome back to our
interesting basement you have here.
Yeah. Welcome back to our daily show. It's 9:39, little bit of change on this beautiful Tuesday. I mean, you couldn't ask for better weather in August.
Perfect.
I don't want to work today. I think that's part of the problem. I want to go sit out on the deck and, you know,
same
mimosa or 5. See where the day takes
it's a good
you.
day for that.
Chris, nice to meet you.
You too.
What an introduction, you know? Well, you know, anytime we get to talk about Jacoby Arts Center, and what I think's great is you guys have been off to a fantastic start. It seems like State Street's really been your great location for you, and just adding to this district. And now we have a really cool Opening Minds Through Art program to talk about. Chris, you're the program director of this. And now let's really just talk about, if we could, just an overview of what this is all about.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll let Chris take it away because this is kind of her baby.
This is so cool, really cool.
Yeah, it's a program designed for seniors with dementia, and it gives them an opportunity to create and have choice in life. As dementia progresses, people often lose the ability to make choices, and people make them for them.
Well, and I think, honestly, we've talked with Hayner about this. Mary and I just spoke about this yesterday because they're doing a support group program with, you know, helping with finances during this time. And it seems like you really don't know how to manage this unless you're somebody that's living through this and not having those outlets. So to have this, I'm sure, is just really just going to be great for so many individuals that are affected with this disease.
Definitely.
What are you hoping to accomplish with the program, you know, in this first run of it?
Oh, gosh.
Sorry, I asked you a hardball 30
That's
seconds
okay.
ago.
That's okay. I guess it's a combination of educating the community that people living with dementia can still function in ways. You might have to simplify it some more, but they still can create, they still can function and do something meaningful and purposeful.
I love it. Well, and honestly, I think that's so important because, especially when you're going through this battle, which it's such a battle, you can still find joys in life still, and to have programs like this, and anyone that's done any bit of, you know, research or even just watched a documentary about how art and music are so important for individuals going through that. I mean, this is a program that should speak, you know, volumes to so many people and help. You know, maybe. And now, how often do we meet with this?
Once a week.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
So, and then it becomes a routine as well.
Right. It's an 8-week program, and so participants will come in and meet with a volunteer. They'll be paired with a volunteer, and I think a big cornerstone of and this is not a Jacoby program. This is a program that is national. Am I correct in saying that?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes. So one of the things that the cornerstone of this is connecting people from different generations. So we have younger volunteers, and by younger we mean just at least one generation younger than the person who is coming in to do the art. So it doesn't have to be a high school or college student, but that is generally what we are looking for. So they will come in for 8 weeks to work with that volunteer on creating. So it will be led by Chris, and then the volunteer helps the artist with the materials, or sometimes even helping them to create, depending on the day and how it's going.
This is so cool.
Yeah, and they develop a relationship.
Right.
So at the end of the 8 weeks, we have a gallery exhibition, and the student helps the artist choose their favorite prints, make sure that they have a name, and that's some of the funnest part, to see what the artist chooses to name their work. And then we frame it, we display it. Jacoby's has been so wonderful at the gallery that they have. It's going to be so cool.
We're really excited.
You know,
about
we're
that
going to do the
component.
little wine and cheese thing, and the students will invite their families in to see what they've been doing, and the artists will have their families come in to show off what they've been doing. It gives me goosebumps even now. It's so wonderful.
Well, and I think that really is so important because to me, that's the price tag on this, because it's really invaluable when you think about it. And I think it's so important for the public to take note of that and realize really that for all the cool programs we have for younger people and for the, you know, middle-aged and just for the active folks and that are still, you know, able to keep up with their day-to-day, it's really cool to see these type of programs, making sure that those folks aren't forgotten about too.
Right.
Been wanting to do a program at Jacoby for the elder population
Yeah.
since I've started working there. But just the right thing didn't come along, and I've learned through programming at Jacoby not to force things, that they land when it's time. And then Chris is one of our clay studio members, so she ceramics is her medium, and she rents from us monthly to utilize the space, and just happened to one day mention that she'd really like to do this program, and it was just the right thing at the right time, and our new location is perfect for it.
It really is. And honestly, I think how great of it. And now, just to clarify the time again, just for me, what time are we meet once a week?
It's Saturdays. It'll be from 10:30 to 11:30 for the artists.
Yep.
The students come 30 minutes before to set up and learn what project we're doing that day, and then they stay for 30 minutes after just to kind of talk about their experience and then to get the mess cleaned up.
This is even better, because right after you're done with the class, if everything's going well that day, go and have a bite to eat at one of the great restaurants that are around, because you're in literally the perfect spot to go get a great bite of food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem for me. Thank goodness for Shea Maryland's $10 lunch, because it's an everyday thing.
You can't eat at a fast food restaurant cheaper than
You
that.
cannot. I say that to everyone.
Well, and I just, getting back into this, I think this is so cool. How many students are we still looking for?
We really have enough students to
perfect.
get it started. This semester we wanted to cut it off at a maximum of 8, and I think we've got 6 that have signed up.
I think we have 6 volunteers currently signed up, so we have space for 6 artists. And I do want to mention, CJ, that we say artists. But what we mean is anybody who is living with dementia. You don't have to have any sort of art experience. You didn't have to be an artist when you were younger. It's accessible to anybody, and it's great for cognitive function to come in and create and just get out of the house and get into a new environment and work with a new person. So
and for
anybody.
people living with dementia, just the socialization piece of it is priceless.
Well, I'm sure. And now, for folks that are living with dementia that have their caregiver, is their caregiver, if they have one, are they required to kind of stay there and monitor?
Actually, they're not supposed to.
Oh,
if they want to stand off to the side and watch, they can, but that's a distraction. We want the artist to focus on what they're doing and their partner and develop that relationship. The caregiver is a distraction.
I think that's really even better then, because you give that caregiver, because anyone that's gone through that knows how much of a task that is, and around the clock, battle, and to be able to have an hour, or that time to yourself is really cool.
Exactly.
Well, and speaking of being downtown, just pop over to Germania or Post Commons and get a coffee and
relax,
spend an hour and decompress.
And be you, just enjoy. And I think that's really, really important. And now, Opening Minds Through Art is a national program. How did you learn about this?
Actually, it was a friend who worked at the Alzheimer's Association.
Okay.
I spent most of my career in senior living in St. Louis area. And she knew that I loved art, and she had heard about this program. Maryville University has this program going on, and it was funny because I graduated from Maryville University with a degree in therapeutic art.
Wow.
Yeah, so it really was just like everything came full circle. I know. So she told me about this program, and the instructor from Maryville was doing a session for people through the Alzheimer's Association, and I went and fell in love and contacted Miami University is where it's based. So the Scripps Gerontology program there is where this was all developed. So I actually did I think it was like a 12-week online program, and then went there for a full day of final training.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a big deal.
She's the perfect person to put this program
I would very say it's just like fell right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and it's great for the public to know that as well. A little bit of background on this program, what it takes to, that you're, with somebody who's very well certified and and ready to lead this program.
Yeah, it's not just throwing anything together. It's research based. You only use these 4 colors because the artists aren't going to make it muddy. They're going to be successful because these colors work well together.
That's so cool.
But they can choose this color over this color, so that gives them some independence too.
While you were learning about this, did you hear of any just of the connections that were made, throughout, and just some of those? I'm sure some of those relationships have to be so cool.
Yeah. On the Opening Minds Through Art website, there's many videos, and many of those are the students through Miami University that are studying gerontology. They work with this program, and then they develop these relationships with seniors, so they've got lots of videos on
really
how wonderful that has been.
Well, this is fantastic. And Chantel, what have Jacoby's thoughts just been internally about adding this to the repertoire? Do you think that you guys are going to add more of these types of programs throughout the next couple of years?
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I love programs with people like Chris who already have a really fully conceptualized program, and I'm just basically functioning as admin support, and not having to create something brand new from scratch. It serves a need, which of course is our mission. We're really, really excited. So this show,
But you didn't.
The exhibit will be. I think the opening is December 5th.
December 5th, yes.
From 6 to 8, which is the first Friday loop for Alton Main Street. So we will be on that loop for First Fridays. You can jump on the shuttle, hop right off, and come in and see the work. And then it will be on display for 3 months. So December, January, February. The general public is welcome to come in and see these works of art.
This is so cool. Why don't we? I got to pay a bill. It's $9.50.
All right.
But I decided to do some recon real quick, and I went to the website. So why don't we play a video real quick that just shows some of the students and artists. This is out of the OMA, but out of Ohio, so we can kind of see that collaboration. I think that'd be cool. We'll do that, and we'll come back after a commercial break following.
Before? No.
So these are the pieces that you made. Oh my goodness.
It would always start off as kind of that like, oh, I'm not gonna make great artwork, but when we did have really good pieces at the end, she'd kind of spark up like, yeah, I just made that and I actually like it.
The moment that you have the reveal of what the printed paper actually looks like was just a really, really neat moment.
Being able to still have choice and autonomy and agency in what they do.
I feel like it's important for them to be able to have something joyful to do.
What's up, it's my Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it.
This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on riverBender.com.
But I ain't got wings coming down is the hardest thing.
Welcome back. 9:53. You can never hear what I'm talking about during the break, and I love it. It's always the best part of the show. Back with Chris and Chantel, and really, as we talk about this program, just a great video to see some of the impact, really, of and not only just the artist, but also this the student as well that's paired, and I'm sure that's leaving lasting impacts on their lives too, and a way for them to explore a new creative, I'm sure, as they're making their artworks and everything else. And how much is this program?
So it's $80 for the 8-week program. We're charging $10 per session. We do ask that they commit to the full 8 weeks. Obviously, things happen, but ideally. So there is a buy now button on our website. It has its own page.
I found this. I'm like getting good at my job.
Yeah, you are.
Almost. Let me zoom in because I have bad eyes. I can't see nothing. Yeah, right here, artist fee, and you'll hit add to cart right here, and then it takes you down. Oh, and then you can also, if you're feeling really generous, add a donation for Jacoby Arts Center.
We always appreciate donations, and those are tax deductibles. We are a nonprofit.
Uncle Sam loves that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a tax guy, though. I've never asked, is Uncle Sam a tax guy? I always keep saying Uncle Sam, but I don't know, Well, and, with that being said, Chris, what else should we be hitting on when we talk about this program?
I think just the importance of being there, and you stumped me.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, I think it's just really good, though, from the tie-in of, just the multi-generational partnerships and the different different creatives. I think it's so cool to note that there's that, hour, it's an hour-long session, correct? For the caregiver to go grab a cup of coffee at one of the great shops, go grab lunch, and then also for the individual that's going through that battle to really enjoy something that's not just maybe, that home routine or...
Exactly.
Or, you put the fill in the blank there.
Which reminds me that it really doesn't matter at what level people are functioning. They can be someone that is in the early stages of the disease, but I've worked with people in the very late stages of the disease that have gotten great joy out of doing this program. So as long as they're able to mobilize enough to get into the building, that it really is the only requirement, that they be able to get in and sit down and enjoy.
And we handle everything else. So there's no weight on the caregiver other than to click that button and sign their loved one up.
Really cool. And this starts September the 27th at 10 a.m. and it runs through November the 15th at 11:30. And then afterwards, that art's on display?
Yes, it will be on display for 3 months. So it will be open to the public. We have batted around the idea of potentially doing an auction at the end to auction off the pieces, but that's not firmed all the way up yet.
It's still a great opportunity. And also, just a note, we say artists, but again, it's not meant for quote-unquote artist. It's for anybody that's going through that dementia battle, and a really great creative expression for sure.
Anybody who creates at Jacoby is technically an artist.
Exactly.
So you don't have to have any experience to show up and be an artist.
Tell my fiance that I drew a stick figure and she threw it in the trash.
No,
I'm just
not allowed.
I'm just kidding.
I dig art out of the trash can and take it home and frame it. Like, that's a true story. Don't throw art away on my watch.
What's so cool is our daughter, she puts they got the daycare art, and she just admires her own artwork in the refrigerator. It's kind of funny. But with that being said, before we say so long for now, take me through what else Jacoby's working on.
Yeah, so we just dropped our fall class roster. We have all new things that are coming, returning old faves, and then our rinse and repeat. So we've got adult clay, hand building, and wheel throwing. 2 different open studios this fall, one on Wednesday during the day. We had people stop by and say, hey, I'd really love to do open studio, but I'm not available from 6 to 9. So in addition to Thursday 6 to 9, we now have Wednesday 2 to 6. And teenagers can drop in from 4 to 6. So lots of open studio. If you have some experience with clay, you're welcome to come in and work on pieces individually. There's no instruction during that time. That is for people who know what they're doing and want to come in and work independently.
This is super cool.
And then Kids Art Club. You know I love my Kids Art Club. We have a free option still. If you want to come, it's Tuesdays now after school, 4 to 5:30. You can spend $5 lonely dollars to reserve a seat, or you can drop in and hope that there's space available for free.
This is so cool. And also I wanted to make a note, because I love this for 2 to 4, the sensory exploration. How cool is that?
Yeah, so that's for our toddlers. It's the first time we've done toddlers. So it's for toddlers and they're grown up, because we don't have potty changing facilities at Jacoby. So that's up to parents or caregivers. But yeah, that's Miss Marcy. She does our messy camp during summers.
That's
and
so
she's
cool.
Taking that and restructuring it for our younger friends so they get to come in and kind of play with art in a way that's very tactile and hands-on.
Is Art East coming up?
It is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they moved the date this year. Registration is still open until we booted that to September 19th because we got things out a little bit late for that September 1st deadline. So they can sign up for that on the website as well. Art East is really fun. Art tour of the entire region. We partner with Edwardsville Arts Center and the Macoupin County Arts Center, and we do all kinds of fun open houses that 2 days. You could go in and see artists at work. You can buy things for the holidays.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Well, we just showed you the event calendar on the Jacoby Arts website.
There's so much more. Go check it out.
Yeah. We could have done a whole episode just
we could
on
have done. We have so many things coming up.
JacobyArtsCenter.org. That's JacobyArtsCenter.org. Hit the donate button, support by month, and be a recurring donor. That really goes a long way. And people don't realize that how...
No, they don't. They think, oh, it's $10.
Yeah, no, it does so much.
If 100 people donate $20 a month, it makes a huge impact to our art center.
I keep saying, we're getting ready. I think Riverbender needs to PBS it over here. Nonprofit will give you mugs, $10 a month.
Yeah.
Not mandatory, not required, but just a thoughtful way for CJ to go eat at Tony's.
I'm
just kidding.
I agree with you there.
With that being said, Chantel, it's always great talking with you, and I hope Rachel's doing well as well.
She is doing great, yes.
Chris, it was great meeting you, and I know that this is going to be a fantastic program, and I really encourage folks to sign up. It begins on September the 27th. We'll link everything in a write-up on Riverbender. Thank you, too, for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take a quick break for top of the hour news. We'll come back with it next. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Plenty of car dealers, plenty of options for people to choose from. What's your formula for success, right?
Number one, you got to have a good bank, you got to have a good team, and you got to have loyal customers. It takes all three of those in order to make something work.
In a town like the size of ours, a good relationship with our customers is very important. You want them to know this is a place to come, just like you guys want people to know Carolyn Bank's a place to come.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I. Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
What's up? It's my Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it.
This is Libby Coots. Libby was a math major who graduated from Lewis and Clark in 2010. She's a math teacher and the girls golf coach at Edwardsville High School. She even has her LC diploma in her classroom and always tells her students how life-changing Lewis and Clark was for her.
I'm Libby Coots, and I'm a trailblazer.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on riverBender.com.
Drink whiskey. I don't know how it feels to hurt. Oh, I ain't been lonely since you said goodbye. Wish I could say I miss you.
10:04. Welcome back. Top of the hour news hits you now. The Alton Amphitheater is inviting the community and the region to its annual Jazz and Wine Festival this coming Saturday, August the 30th. It starts at 6. Attendees can enjoy an evening of jazz by Arville & Co., Jim Manley, and the Red and Black Brass Band, alongside wine and charcuterie board options. Special on-stage seating options create an intimate jazz club atmosphere, with tickets ranging from $10 for general admission to $120 for a tabletop of 4. VIP parking tickets, are available for $10, and the festival does honor Alton's status as the birthplace of Miles Davis and continues to grow in popularity. Organizers are already planning next year's event, which will celebrate Miles Davis's 100th birthday. The Madison County Employment and Training Department continues to provide valuable services to job seekers and employers across the county. Located in Woods River, the department offers training, job-seeking assistance, and youth employment programs and business support. It's funded by the Federal Department of Labor grant. They provide funding opportunities, including wage reimbursements of up to 50% for eligible new hires under the Workforce Innovation Opportunities Act. Youth services include paid job placements, where the department covers wages while employers provide work experience, and additionally, eligible participants can receive up to 2 years of college and tuition and expenses up to $20,000. For more information, you can visit their office or contact them by phone or visit their website online. It's on the county's website. An electric contractor struck a gas line in Granite City on the morning of August 25th, resulting in temporary service interruption for one customer. The incident occurred around 9:15 a.m. on Ralph Street, prompting a swift response from a gas crew who arrived by 9:39. The shutoff to the gas happened by noon and completed repairs by 2. No explosion occurred, and the affected gas line was contained without further incident. Also in the news today, the recent City Fest in O'Fallon was marred by at least 9 fights and 1 shots fired incident over the weekend, leading to 17 arrests and temporary business closures. Here's what we know. These disturbances, primarily involving juveniles, occurred on Friday and Saturday near the rides and along U.S. Highway 50, and it culminated in a shots fired behind the Community Financial building on Saturday evening. Law enforcement, including O'Fallon police and regional agencies, implemented crowd control measures such as road closures and ride shutdowns. 5 juveniles were detained in connection to that shooting incident, with one 14-year-old facing pending charges. Mayor Eric Van Hook emphasized public safety remains the top priority and announced a forthcoming review and stakeholder meeting to improve future festivals. We'll keep you updated if there's details that emerge from that meeting. And finally, in the news today, this is a story that we're all following. Emergency crews did respond early Monday to that devastating explosion and fire that destroyed 5 homes in unincorporated North St. Louis. Firefighters arrived to find the residents engulfed in flames with significant destruction. At least 3 people taken to local hospitals and additional injuries reported. Authorities believe that all residents are accounted for and investigations are underway. We'll keep you updated when more details do emerge. At 10:08, let's take a look at weather. It's 66 degrees. It's wrong up there. Let's see if I can fix it. No, it's still saying it's 69. Well, I'm going with what my notes say. It's 66 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 73 out there today. Comfortable with plenty of sunshine. Tonight, clear, partly cloudy, and it will be cold. Right now, the only thing to really report is that ragweed's elevated in the high side today, so if you need a Claritin, that's why. Temperatures reach 76 degrees today and drop down to 49 overnight as we head into Wednesday. On Wednesday, a high of 78, a low of 56. On Thursday, a high of 79, a low of 56, partly sunny skies. On Friday, sunny skies, a high of 78, a low of 53. And then on Saturday, a high of 77, a low of 54 degrees. That's a look at the next 5. Here's what's happening now. It's 10:09 in the heart of the 618. On this 26th day of August, that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend. We'll take a quick break. Come back with Grafton, Music in the Park next.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on riverBender.com.
Show you how country feels. Put your hair down, get you some of this laid on back. Kick your shoes off, kick them off. Get you some of this slow down fast. I'll take you up and down these hollers and hills. Let me show you how country feels.
10-12, welcome back. It's a Tuesday. It kind of feels like it, too. You know, it just feels like this week isn't really moving yet. But we're almost to Thursday, and we'll have some more fun at Grove Memorial Park. Peg, how are we doing today?
We're doing fantastic. I can't believe we're towards the end of the season. We've got Porch Cafe Thursday, and then our bonus night, September 4th.
This is so cool.
Can Jam, we'll go into that a little bit more, but while I have the mic, I want to be sure I thank the donors and the people that have helped me. Steve is there every week. We love him, and that's why he's getting a little bit of recognition next week with the Can Jam. We love that. I mentioned the donors. We actually have our 2026 donation tab up on the Grafton, Illinois Chamber page.
I got you. I'm pulling this up.
And I will also put the link on our Facebook page coming up as soon as we're done with this season. Because we got to start now.
Yeah.
We got to start now. I have a small problem. I love music, and I hear these bands, and I'm like, I want them, and then I end up with more bands than I have weeks. If we can bring in the donations, the plan is, if we have the funds, to go on into September. The full month of September.
And I think it's needed because especially right around September, there ain't no better time to groove and listen to some music than when the weather's looking great, the leaves are falling, and you guys are known for your beautiful fall colors anyway. Go and take advantage of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The chamber mentioned that there's no events going on in September.
Yeah.
They pick up again in October. So if we can raise the money, we are going to try to do that. I'm looking for corporate sponsors. If anybody out there wants to become a corporate sponsor. And before we get into this, I also want to give a big shout out to Grafton's American Legion.
Oh, they're a great partner for you. They're your rainout location, aren't they?
They're now our official rainout location. We had two rainouts this year, and the people still came. It was great. We filled the room, didn't we, Steve? It was nice. So I wanted to give a shout out to them as well. But yeah, I think that's it for me.
Well, who else am I meeting today? This is great. You brought friends in today.
I have friends.
Steve and I go way back, and honestly, Steve, thank you for the flowers. I got to be honest, Jackie, I didn't buy you these today, so when you see them hanging up, you got to thank Steve, and thank you, of course, for the goodie bags. And Can Jam's coming up on September 4th, and want to talk about that. And Peg, who else do we have in the studio?
We have Mike Johnson. This is actually Mike and his wife Peggy. It's really fun because Mike and Peggy and Mike and Peggy.
So you were talking on the phone, and I was so damn confused because I got to hear Mike and Peggy, and I'm like, I didn't know you talked in the third person. That's cool.
Yes, they brought this up early in the summer, or even before we even started to do a jam session, and I'm like, And I was thinking for next year because I already had the schedule, and then I'm like, you know what, let's do this. So I kind of put Mike on the spot and said, Mike, you're up. And then this handsome young man, John, you're not in the picture.
That's all right.
Okay.
That's all right.
Let's see. Hold on.
I got that radio face.
You got the radio face. We have John Gatton with us.
Told me. I'm just
John is a member of Outlaw Opry.
Really cool. Great group, by the way. You guys just jamming. You're awesome.
And almost related to me, my daughter is actually married to a Gatton, so we feel very close. John is helping Mike get this organized. We're doing this. We're asking people to bring canned goods, kind of as we don't take, do tickets or have a payment, but we're asking people to make sure if you're going to enjoy the music, bring some cans for Steve and Got Faith Ministries.
Well, you're right, because Got Faith, and Steve, we talked throughout the year just to some of the really cool events and different opportunities that you provide for, like, during Our Acres of Terror, having the family-friendly zone and having these different aspects to it throughout the Christmas time and the Christmas season as well, all the really cool giveaways that you do, and throughout the summer, all the really great giveaways you do. And now, when it comes to Can Jam, take me through what some of these, items really could do for Got Faith and what you guys utilize with them throughout the year.
Well, not only canned goods, and first of all, I just want to thank these people. It's just an awesome idea.
It really is. It is the coolest darn thing.
And they've been doing this. They go to, is it Lake
West Side,
West
Jerseyville.
Side.
Okay.
And it's every Thursday night. Is that correct?
So it was. Now we've currently moved to the Beagle at the Junction.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nice
done
new
that
spot.
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we did that to give us a little more room. We were getting a little,
we were getting a little
got
crowded
set
at
up
the small.
equipment and all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But they've been helping. They go up there and jam, and people donate money to them, and they take the tips and give it to Got Faith.
That's so cool.
And so far, it's been almost a year. Because we got. Is it longer than that? Well,
yeah, we started in February, so it's been a February plus whatever this is now.
Wow.
Okay.
A year and a half.
So far, they've given us $7,649.75, and a quarter is going to make it $7,950.
That's
It's so much easier to.
Go ahead, Mike.
The reality of it is we don't give it to them. It's everybody else that puts in the tip jar.
You know what's cool? It's music bringing people together and bringing community, man. That's what I think's so cool about this. Y'all have a quick minute to take a break with me? I got to pay a bill.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with Mike, John, Peg, Steve, the whole kit and caboodle. The gang's all here, and so can you be right after this commercial break on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Oh, you got me feeling
Welcome back. 10:21. Welcome back to Our Daily Show. We're talking all things Can Jam and Grafton music in the park. Now, there's still Porch Cafe, which is going to just pull in the numbers on Thursday.
Yes.
They always do a great job. And they do a lot of really cool events as well throughout the community. And also, though, September the 4th, this is going to be really cool. The first Jam Fest for a Cause, Can Jam. And now, just let's kind of dive right into, for the artists and the musicians out there, Mike, how does this kind of process work when it comes to, being a part of this jam session?
So what we do is really, it's like-minded people. The truth of the matter is we all enjoy music whether we get paid or not.
Gotcha.
We like to get together and just, as it says, jam. And that's how it got started. So when we do it we used to be Thursdays at Lake Westside. We'd have as few as 5 guys and as many as 20 guys that show up. So, and we all get to learn one another.
Yeah.
My son said at one time, so it's old people teaching young people old music and young people teaching old people new, yeah, something like that.
That's pretty good.
But the reality of it is it's the same chords, the same instruments for all music.
Yeah.
So really, it really helps if everybody's on board. You know, it's a running joke with most bands. We play for free. You pay us to set up and tear down because that's the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
We just enjoy it. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, we all get together, see who knows what, and all learn from that and enjoy it. And it must be working because here we are a year and a half later still getting together. I know that...
still pulling in $7,000.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Somebody's tipping us.
Yeah,
You must be.
And they may be paying us to leave, too.
Yeah, well, that's true.
And now, honestly,
Sure.
I'm sure you have some really cool sounds that get developed through these jam sessions, too, from it.
Oh, yeah. I know that it started kind of with actually John's family, right?
Yeah, my brother, we used to do my brother's houses, we switched houses, and then my house once in a while, and then we kind of got to where we needed to move a little bit, so we moved to Lake Westside because that's kind of close to our house, and that's where we have been. But anyway, like I say, since this thing's come up, we have to set up some equipment so everybody is familiar with mics. We don't do a lot of microphone or a lot of plugging in at Lake Westside, so we need a little more space. So that's the reason we went to the Beagle at the Junction just one time so far. Is all we've done.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, they will be there tomorrow at 2:30 if anybody wants to come and watch and see what it's all about.
Yeah.
Also, like I mentioned, I didn't know what I was talking about, and so I just said, if you're musical, bring your instruments. No. That was wrong. We can't have 50 guitarists and, like you said, 100 tambourines there. If you've never jammed with Mike and friends, John, we ask that you go to Beagle at the Junction either tomorrow or next Wednesday. See what it is. See if you would fit in, because we can't just have willy-nilly people just going up and doing stuff.
Yeah, it could get a little...
It could get a little dysfunctional. And this is our first one, so we're gonna learn from this one. We're gonna be patient with each other. If someone can't go to the Jam Fest this week or next, they can give Mike a call, kind of tell their story, and he can let them know
how it can go.
I like that. How it can go.
Now, this is a jam, so this is the only time is September the 4th. I mean, we
For
have
the
to
can
put on,
jam.
We have to put on something that people are going to want to listen to. Any other time, they're welcome. Walk right
That's
in.
a great
Yes.
Because it's a free-for-all
This is not
at our jams.
We're just trying to organize this can jam.
That's really a good
it's
note.
It's like herding cats, what I mean? So, we're just...
For a bath.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
So you have to put on something that people are going to
You have to be
listen
organized and all that
somewhat
with
organized.
this, yes.
And there's Mr. Organizer right
Well,
there.
and it's still going to be a little disheveled because
I'm sure.
we'll have X amount of musicians, only so many spaces for equipment at a time. So it won't be 50 people all playing at one time. We're going to try to do 2 or 3 here, 4 there. So even the audience, I hope they're patient with us while we try to figure out sound at breakneck speed.
Right.
Hopefully.
That's so cool.
And if nothing else, this
Don't
is
have your feelings hurt.
Yes.
And I'm just hoping that we don't stress him out too much.
No, you got this,
He
Mike.
looks like he can handle it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's right.
But yeah, this started with Spank. Spank's the one that said, really, you should do this in Grafton so the locals
Really?
would
That's
do it.
really
And that's
cool.
how it got started
Ah.
with the discussion with my Peggy and myself.
That's really cool.
And Spank used to come to the jams.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He would come to the jams.
Yeah.
He went all the way to Hannibal for that Bluegrass Festival. He goes, I cannot believe this is happening.
That's incredible.
He's been out to our deer camp, in the middle of the woods at my son's house. And
yes.
Well, and they had Spank Fest just
Oh yeah,
a few
we
weeks
just had
ago.
on we had on Spank's wife, and she was filling us in on it, and it went fantastic.
It was
thousands
amazing.
of dollars raised,
Yeah.
tens of
Right now,
thousands.
yeah,
15,000.
The goal was to raise $5,000.
Yeah.
And they gave a $15,000 check
incredible.
to the city for the police department.
And that was a huge turnout, wasn't it? It was like wall to wall.
Oh yeah.
It was phenomenal. It really was. And that's just, to me, we have so many things in Grafton for a little town of 650 during the week. Sometimes, 652. Oh, okay.
We're not on the line.
Okay. The amount of money that we do raise for the community, the donations we get for Music in the Park, the donations to Got Faith Ministry, which is on the water, the National Memorial Military Center. My goodness, it's amazing what a small community can do.
Absolutely, and you know, Steve, going into this, you've always been at Music in the Park, correct?
Quite a few years, I believe.
He was there. I'll tell this story. When Mike and I first moved to Grafton, we live up in Grafton Hills, and Music in the Park was up in Red Hawk Park, and it was maybe 50 people would be a good crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back, and here's this table with lemonade and cups, and Steve standing behind it. And he was you could tell he was a little unsure of himself. And I told him, I said, I'll be honest, who is this man and what is he doing in the park? But it didn't take long for me to realize what a good man this is.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just fantastic. And since then, I mean, don't you do a Christmas in July thing as well at Music in the Park?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. It's so cool. How'd your summer food program go?
It's still going on.
Oh, is it? Fill me in.
And I brought a paper, but
it's free summer.
And I think it's like 70 to 100 boxes they make every week.
Wow.
On Thursdays, they give it out to the kids to last them a whole week. And there again, that's Music in the Park. People bring not canned goods, but people bring this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and then there is a jar, and people just put money. We don't, you know me, I don't ask for money.
No.
And that's the kind of stuff we buy for these things, and that's the things we're going to do with in September. If people could bring that kind of stuff, they're
like a single package.
That's the stuff I use, and I can use that stuff all year long.
Yeah,
you know,
basically non-perishables.
Yeah. Music. What is it? Oh, the Haunted Place is coming up.
Oh, Our Acres of Terror.
Yeah, and I use that stuff there. Santa, I use all that stuff.
Well, and it's good to
that kind of stuff.
refresh people too from like your Janice Arnold resource room.
Yes.
It's really good.
Yes.
It has so many different bits of information, but also the closet, Miss Martha's Closet, and all these wonderful aspects that got faced.
Miss Martha's Closet, all this week, everything's $1.
There, you can't.
Did I say $1?
$1. He said $1.
And 80% of that clothing is brand new from Walmart and Cato's.
I think it's really important to note that too, because whenever we're supporting this Can Jam, I know we're donating perishable food items, but if you have anything extra, you're a non-for-profit 501c3. Uncle Sam loves whenever you help them out, and honestly, why not write a little bit of a check and say thank you and let's continue this mission? Because are you guys still doing haircuts as well?
Well, Our Lady, we are doing it.
Okay.
But we're still working on some stuff for
Gotcha.
the kids for Christmas and everything. And we're working on the largest train depot.
I saw that.
In
That's
Jersey
really
County.
Good. That's really
it is so
cool.
cool. It goes all the way around the top of them, goes through walls, and it's so cool. But I mean, some of that, the money that we got, the $7,000, and I just thought of this the other day. I went to the mailbox. I love going to the mailbox, honestly, because there's always checks in there. But I opened up one thing. It was a bill for over $2,000.
Oh wow!
And it's our insurance,
Yeah.
and that's every quarter.
Yeah.
And we've taken some of that $7,000 to help pay bills.
Yeah.
And it's just, I just want to thank you guys for that.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think you honestly know how much you help God Faith, but you do.
Well,
it's just everything we do, and that's how people help. It's just so cool.
Well, and that's the power of community at its finest,
Yeah.
right there. And Steve, we have a couple minutes left. Is there anything coming down from Got Faith that you want to promote or fill us in on?
Well, the kids, so that kind of stuff we can always use.
Uh-huh.
But they moved it over to the school. So the bags are going to the school
So
now.
that's really
the boxes
cool.
are going to the school, but we still got to make it up, and we buy the stuff to put in it and all that stuff.
And that's every Thursday.
And it's until October, and then I think the Baptist Church is taking over.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So
Well, really cool. Anything else coming up?
Santa Claus is going to meet 300 other. You know my cousin.
Yeah.
He's
When's
going.
that go?
It's October 5th through the 7th or something like that.
That's so cool. I think that is the
Meet
coolest
300 other Santas in Midland, Michigan.
That's awesome.
And totally booked this year. Already booked.
Wow.
Yeah, November 12th to December 30th.
Wow.
Every day, at least once a day.
That's incredible.
So, yeah.
That's just incredible. And before I let you guys go, John and Mike, what else is coming down the pipeline? I know we got Country Music Fest coming up. Outlaw Opry will totally be at the Country Music Festival. I had a ton of fun at that show.
Pub, where we're going to play.
Grafton Pub? And then anything else?
Well, we're playing Grafton Pub Friday. Just to put it kind of promote in, I guess.
There you go. And then, so Grafton Pub this Friday, what time?
7 to 11, I think. 7:10.
Yeah. Get there early, grab a drink, and then get ready for a great night of Outlaw Opry. And
well, my grandson's playing there Tuesday. He's
Oh,
playing
that's
Taco
right.
Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
He's 17 years old and playing a bunch of gigs around. He just played Rock the Block this last.
He's getting his name out there very fast for a young man. I've heard nothing but good things. Grafton Music in the Park. Our Facebook page, I try hard to post who's playing where.
Peg does an awesome job, let me tell you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, so follow us on Grafton's Music, Grafton's with an apostrophe S, Music in the Park. We're almost at 5,000 followers.
Make it
almost.
You got this, guys. Well, and then Mike, anything else we can promote outside Roper's Regal Beagle at 2:30 on Wednesdays?
Not that I'm aware of.
Perfect.
Like I said, really, we have there's a ton of good musicians that come to that. It's a compilation of a bunch of the bands. Like I said, most of the Outlaw Opry shows up. Dustin Greer from Jake Weber and the Lonesome Drifters is usually there. Yeah. There's always something.
It is cool.
And yes.
The amount of talent that, I was a band geek. I've loved music my whole life. For me, the amount of talent that I see in the Jersey County area is just phenomenal. And then beyond. Last week we had Crossroads Band out of Carrollton, Midwest Avenue out of Whitehall, and then you get Porch Cafe, all of the ones right here around Jersey County. It's incredible the amount of amazing musicians.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so much for stopping by, and always great talking with you. Steve, thank you for everything. I got Oreos and I Heart My Wife, 2 of them bumper stickers. Jackie even got something today, and those are beautiful. Thank you very much. We'll take a quick break. We'll link everything in a write-up on riverBender.com. You stay there, and I'll be back in the studio after this one with OSF Healthcare.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl.
I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I don't know how it feels to hurt. Oh, I ain't been lonely since you said goodbye. Wish I could say I miss you. Oh, but you know I never.
10:38. Welcome back. Daily Show on a Tuesday. It kind of feels like a Tuesday. I keep telling people that. It just feels like Tuesday out there. But it's beautiful. I mean, I just don't want to work. You know, I think it's the first nice day in a while. It's teasing us that fall might be here in a month. And, you know, why work today? Why work whenever we can talk about this really great OSF event again? This is really cool. And Stacy, it's great to have you back into the studio. Lisa, it's great to have you back into the studio. And when we're talking about this really great program, this is Child Connections. Fill me in. What is this all about?
Well, it's a group for children ages 9 to 11.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to meet for an hour on Mondays at 3:45. And the group is meant to use just time together in a group to talk about emotions, how do we regulate them, using CBT as a model.
And now what is CBT?
CBT is like scientific curiosity about what's going on in our mind and body.
Okay.
Kind of like how we feel about something affects how we think about it, affects our behaviors.
That's really fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like so many people can connect with that and understand that as well.
Yes.
And what are you guys hoping to get out of this program?
I'm just hoping to reach more of the population, kids ages 9 to 11, and help with negative outcome behaviors that they're experiencing maybe at home or at school, and help them just learn tools and strategies to have better outcomes for themselves.
This is fantastic. And now, are the parents a part of this, or is it just for the children?
It's for the children.
Really cool. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and now especially it seems like with the nuances of technology and everything else and all the different distractions that are out there and really different ways that you can look at life and interpret it, I'm sure that there's some really important conversations that you all have been hearing just within your own practices that to bring it to a bigger table and a discussion's got to be very helpful. What are some of those concerns or some of those different issues that you're tackling maybe with younger people or you're seeing in younger people and children?
For me, it is like emotional dysregulation.
Yeah.
And that might come out as outbursts or tantrums and make it just a difficult experience for things like going to school in the morning or getting through the school day or coming home from school.
Mm-hmm. And Stacy, anything?
Well, we have to think about this group, this 9 to 11. So these are the children who were really impacted by the COVID epidemic.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? So this meant a delay in entering school and then a changed environment once they entered school. I think it is a really fantastic opportunity for these children to learn how to interact socially amongst each other and within a group without technology. And I really love that Lisa is excited about bringing this program in. I agree that it is so important that we learn to identify that there's a link between what we think influences right, how we feel, and ultimately how we act.
Well, and I think really for the parents that are listening to this, I think it's a good takeaway for all of us too, because we all get stuck in our own silos, whether or not they're bad silos or you know for what society sees as bad, silos or viewpoints on things, or maybe it's just it could be as simple as sports. Maybe you weren't an athlete when you were growing up, and you're like, that's not a big deal to me, so I'm not really going to encourage my child to be a part of it. Maybe they want to be an athlete, and that's kind of the disconnect there, and could cause some issues. Just something off the top of my head I'm thinking about.
So true.
I'm onto something today.
You are.
You are. This is what I find interesting is I was just doing a little bit of just research about that 9 to 11 age group, and notice that starts with third graders, and it could run up to fourth or even some of fifth grade. Yeah. And it seems like really those are those crucial developmental years where learning critical thinking and really just different skills like empathy go such a long way for the success as an adult.
It really does.
And what are we going to work on when it comes to that in these settings?
Well, I really do focus on emotions. I think just like, what are they? How do we feel them? What do we do about them? Where are the negative outcomes? And leaning in toward self-care. Yep. So like, what brings me relief? What can I do to help myself get to a better space? I really lean toward finding peace versus finding happiness. We can't always be happy in a situation, but I think we can do things for calming.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that again goes into that long-term development because, we all do things probably 75% of the day we aren't too happy about or thrilled to do, but we do it, and that's just life. And, I think when it comes to this, especially with, answering the 5 W's, the who, what, when, where's, and why's of a situation. Why am I feeling this way? What is it? And what can I use to tackle this? To me, I think it leads to a lot of better understanding just on, different aspects, not really when it comes to our mental health, but even outside of that, and maybe dealing with other people in school and other students in school, family, sisters, brothers, all those really important relationships. It doesn't just affect this child, it seems like.
I agree with that. Mm-hmm. So like the scientific curiosity, what am I feeling? Where did that thought come from? Wow. I also like the think analogy, which is like, is this true, helpful, inspiring, nice, or kind? And that can really help our own self-talk to be kind to self, but also how we navigate conversations with other people.
Well, and honestly, if only the adults kind of took that out of the room, Facebook would be a lot nicer too. So this is really cool. This is at your guys' office at St. Anthony's, correct? Mm-hmm. Where is it located at within the building?
We're on the 3rd floor.
And now this runs 3:45 to 4:45, which is perfect because it's right after school's done. And honestly, no better time to really have these discussions probably.
Yeah.
I like this. Well, and whenever we're talking about goals when it comes to this, how many are going to be in this group? Are you planning?
I mean, it can be like 8 to 12, I think is a comfortable number.
And with that, what are you hoping the group gets out of these meetings? Now, is it just one Monday, or is it going to be multiple Mondays in a row for a certain amount of time?
It's just Mondays until we don't
ongoing.
Have it. Yeah, it's ongoing.
Boom, perfect.
And I'm glad you brought that up because it's an open group.
Yeah.
So as long as the child, all of our groups, the patient has to take an intake first, right? And that's just so that we can get a history in, make sure that the person is ready for group, and then it's an open group. So at any point, someone can join in.
And I think that's really a great thing to note too for maybe parents that might learn about this later than others. It's there's always an option out there, and why not be a part of this, especially if you think that's the right step, because only we know our children as best as we can and know where they can thrive.
Yeah.
And now, what do you recommend for parents that are considering this group? Maybe there's some hesitation just because we've seen the outbursts of our children at home type of thing. What makes this right for that child? Is there anything that we can do to help parents maybe make that decision for them?
I think calling us, I'm happy to talk to any parents that are interested in the group to help them know what my goals are, what to expect for that, and talk to their kids as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
We also have an adult CBT group that is starting this fall as well.
That's what I was looking
for. So, it might be for that adult who is really ambitious, worthwhile to also enroll themselves in a group. Mm-hmm. So they'll be learning the same techniques and strategies, and I think
this is perfect for adults. How many people do we know, our friends, our family, maybe even be ourselves if you're at home watching this, that, our actions are so really just detailed due to that perceived thought. Whether or not you're jumping up ready to seize the day to tackle work or whatever's in the way, or we're just going to go, we'll kind of get to that when we get there. There ain't no better procrastinator than CJ Nasello, let me tell you. You got a moment to take a quick break with me?
Sure.
1047, a little bit of change. We'll come back with OSF Healthcare, and then after that, we're going to be talking to the St. Louis Area Foodbank. They're doing celebrating 50 years, and they're giving away food for 500 families in Madison, 80 pounds of food per car, plus cleaning supplies for the whole month. So we have that coming down the pipeline. But before that, we're going to be talking all about Child Connections, these CBT skills trainings, ages 9 to 11. More next.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it.
This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on riverBender.com.
We'll be grooving when the sun goes down. We'll be feeling alright when the sun sinks down over the water. Everything gets hotter when the sun goes down.
Welcome back, 1049. Little bit of change. OSF back in the studio. We got Lisa Lawrence and Stacy Knox. And, Lisa, as we're talking about this now, we were talking before we went to break about just, maybe some of the instances that we could see, our children being a part of this. But also on the flip side of that, a more interesting conversation came about of, what can we see, or maybe those applications in the real world where maybe you see your child utilizing this and starting to thrive. What are those type of circumstances, if that makes sense?
I think in this age group, we might run into just some feelings of worry, anxiety, fear about interacting maybe at school with other kids, social situations, or even like participating in class, like the worry of, I don't want to answer any question, I don't want to ask any question. So then looking into that with the child, what are you feeling? What are the thoughts? Let's check the facts. What are the outcomes? What might be negative for you in that withdrawal of participation, and being curious about that. And I think that can be very much connected to self-talk, self-esteem, how they feel about themselves.
That's really important.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's a really good takeaway, too. And honestly, with this being an open group, I think that's even better because, if you take your child, I'm sure that's starting to develop, more cognitively and at 10 years old, and we're going to go be a part of this group, that could be somewhat of a tough conversation, potentially. Yeah. But with it being an open group, you're not stuck to that, we're going to be here for 16 weeks or 15 weeks. It's at your own pace. And if things are working and going pretty well, then maybe we can slow down going every week, and we go every other week and just see where things are at too.
Absolutely.
I love this. I think this is really, really good. And and honestly, the self-care practices are really good too, to honestly teach routines and routines, and not just the day-to-day stuff, but also, okay, situation A happened. So what's my routine to overcome that situation?
I love that. And
Yeah.
I work with a lot of patients and their families in situations like that. Like if we have just like a fallout at the store, or like we don't want to go to practice, or like halfway through something, that's it, I'm out. So like what are self-care practices we can use in that? It's really curiosity about how you're feeling, or being able to name how you're feeling. And then what I've also noticed is when I practice some of the grounding exercises, breathing, mantras, counting, many of them will say, oh, my teacher does that, or we learned this model at school. And I love that, because we just they already have a skill, we're strengthening it, they know what they're doing.
And they're confident with it.
Yes, I love that outcome.
The biggest thing.
Yeah.
This is really important. And if you're just tuning back in, Mondays, 3:45 to 4:45, it's an hour long. Now, there is an intake. What number do we call for the intake procedure?
618-474-6240.
I love it. And now you're going to take the elevator 2 to the third floor. So elevator 2 to the third floor, and you're right there. And that's 618-474-6240. That's how you have to sign up, because you have to go through a simple intake procedure. It doesn't take too long at all, from what I remember you telling me.
No, it doesn't take too long. And we accept almost every insurance.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so it is, it works out well.
Well, is there anything else to talk about for now when it comes to this?
I don't think so. I'm just really excited to launch it.
I am too.
Really
This
enjoyed,
is great.
Working with kids and their families, so have them in the group setting. Groups are just really energetic, and you never know which way they're going to go. And the way that the group members can support each other can be so just inspiring and really great for the whole group.
Well, and who knows, new friendships can be made, and all of that really important things that make the development of our children so important too. So it's really great. And Stacy, it's always great talking with you. You become friend of the show status at this point. Lisa, you were here. I thought it was a year ago. You said 2 months ago, CJ, but thanks for remembering. And, it was great talking with you both, and have a great rest of your Tuesday.
Yeah,
you too. Thank you.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with more Daily Show right after this.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on riverBender.com.
It's something that you never gonna forget. Baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing yet, you ain't been around.
Welcome back. Hey, real quick before I sign off today, because I am saying so long for now because I gotta keep the show moving. Great conversation now awaits us, and this is with the St. Louis Area Foodbank. Really some great information on a food giveaway happening this Thursday and Friday. We'll take you there now. I'll see you back here on Wednesday live. This is a brand new conversation. Until then, try your best to stay out of jail. Welcome back to our daily show on this Tuesday morning. A conversation that just couldn't happen yesterday, but it's happening today, and I'm really excited with the St. Louis Area Foodbank. This is a great organization. We talked a little bit about it for a couple of minutes yesterday. Meredith is the CEO of the St. Louis Area Foodbank. She joins us by phone now, and some important couple of days coming up on Thursday and Friday, Meredith. This is great. Take me through these food distribution events.
Well, thanks so much for having me, and I apologize about yesterday.
I blame it on the technology gremlins, you know.
Right, there you go. But the most important part is that we're here to talk about what's happening this week. So part of the commemoration of the 50th anniversary for the St. Louis Area Foodbank is going to include 2 distributions. So on Thursday, we're going to be out at the Worldwide Technology Raceway in Illinois, 9 a.m. until noon, where we are going to provide food for up to 500 families, food, household supplies, cleaning supplies for a month. We've never, ever tried anything like this before. You're going to see semis on the lot. You're going to see fresh produce. We've got some of our wonderful farmer partners from Southwest Illinois actually coming up because they've donated so much wonderful produce for this event. So it's going to be full circle for them. They're going to get to actually see families who are taking home the fruits literally of their labor. So it's going to be great. And then we're going to do the same thing Friday here on the Missouri side, 9 a.m. to noon at the All-Star parking lot, which is at 611 South 8th Street, right adjacent to Busch Stadium. Same thing, 500 more families with enough food for 1 month, all part of our commemoration of 50 years to the St. Louis Area Food Bank.
This is incredible. So take me, number one, 50 years for you guys has just got to feel so great for everybody on the team. And I want to talk about that here in a second. But really, when it comes to these 2 distributing events, for 1 month, that's an incredible amount of supplies and food, produce, and everything you need for your family.
It really is, and our team has been working so hard with our local partners to bring, dairy. So you're going to have milk and cheese and butter, and you're going to have protein, and you're going to have produce. You're going to have, corn and apples and potatoes and all these wonderful things to really, really nourish families for an entire month. We've never tried anything of this magnitude before, so we're really excited, and we're so, so grateful for all of the partners who have come alongside of us to make these events possible.
And that's this Thursday, correct? 9 to noon?
Yes, this Thursday, the 28th, and then the 29th, Friday at Busch Stadium, just outside Busch Stadium at the Star parking lot.
And then for the Thursday event, it's going to be at Worldwide Technology. Now, let's dive into this a little bit, Meredith. Take me through the breakdown. Do we need to bring some income requirements or some paperwork?
You don't need to bring anything, right? Families who are struggling, families that can't make ends meet, that are hungry, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to feed themselves, their kids, multi-generations living in the same household. You don't have to bring us anything. We just want to make sure that we are serving and supporting families across the bi-state region.
This is incredible. Just truly incredible. And now, how many bags are we going to be taking back with us, do you think?
So we're still doing some of the math because we've got a couple things working on, but it looks like from what I saw this morning, about 80 pounds of food is going to go into each car. This is a drive-through event, right? Wow. So people will need to find a way to get out there, but they can stay in their cars. We're going to have amazing volunteers both days who will load up your cars, put it in the trunk, put it in the back seat, but make sure you have enough space, right? Don't come with your cars loaded with other things in there from back to school or whatever else is going on, because we are going to be putting a lot of food and supplies in those vehicles.
That's what I was wondering about. And now let's talk logistics. Is there going to be some pretty clear signage on where to park or where to go in this?
Yes, there's going to be signage everywhere. We're going to have volunteers. We're going to have traffic control points. At Worldwide Technology Raceway, you'll actually enter in. You'll see signs. You'll see banners. And you'll see our volunteers. You're going to go all the way around kind of the outer part of the racetrack. So plenty of space for cars, plenty of parking, but you won't be parked for very long because we're going to get you in and out. But again, 9 a.m. to noon. So, I'm sure people will start showing up a few minutes before, but don't show up too early because we got to get set up for everybody.
That makes sense. And honestly, I just think, and now how quickly do you think your guys are going to be able to get the line moving? It seems like you have a great operation when you guys do these events.
We do. Our team does an amazing job. Our volunteers, we do these drive-through distributions, all the time, all over the bi-state. So it will be a science. So like I said, show up. We will get you in and out very, very quickly. So really fast lines.
And now I'm guessing, and this is just my assumption, that the 3 hours that you guys are there, I'm sure that some of these events end quickly with that 500 cap. Am I onto something there?
You are. So again, we have enough for 500 families, and we are so grateful to be able to do that. But it will also be first come, first serve. So, you don't want to be family 501, right? So you want to make sure we can get taking care of everyone. We don't want to turn anyone away. That would be heartbreaking, but we also don't want any leftovers.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, do you recommend, you said not to get there too early. Is like 10 minutes before even too early for y'all when you're setting this up?
No. I think people will probably start showing up probably around 8:30, 8:45. Yeah. And that's fine. We'll stage you. But if you show up at 8:30, you're going to have to wait 30 minutes, because we're not going to start opening until 9 because we got to get everything ready. And again, it's all about food safety, right? So we want to make sure we're doing everything safely, taking care of our volunteers, and making sure the food is ready for distribution. So you're going to see semi trucks out there. We've got to unload those trucks. So if you show up at 8:30, that's great. Just be patient with us and expect to wait about 30 minutes.
This is really cool. And this is going to be at the Worldwide Technology Raceway in Madison, correct, on Thursday, and then Friday right outside Busch Stadium.
That's correct. Yeah, the one at Worldwide Technology, we are so excited. Their team, their staff has really embraced this opportunity, really rolled out the red carpet and said, whatever you need, you can have it. They're just, excited to partner with us. So we're excited to partner with Worldwide Technology Raceway.
This is really cool. And now, as you guys are in 50 years, what's the feeling like in the office? I mean, 50 years is tough for anybody to make. It's a milestone, but also on this mission, it's just got to feel incredible.
It is, it's a big deal. And we look back to, where the organization started back in 1975, and we look how we have evolved, and we look at all the new programs that we have, from our food on the move, mobile grocery stores, to our school markets, to our mobile drive-throughs that we call farms. We have really innovated and evolved, and we're going to continue to do that over the next 50 years. So stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more programs rolling out to work to feed even more families and shorten the line of people needing our help in the first place.
100%. And what I like about this, with not, having to take, paperwork and all of this, all the different, qualifications sometimes for other services, there's so many families right now, Meredith. I'm sure you guys encounter them all the time where, maybe we're both working, but we're in that in-between pay period, and it's just tough right now. And how are we going to, are we going into the credit card to get the food paid? Are we going to have to borrow money? There's so many questions like that around right now. And what better way to really help families than provide, something where, heck, you've been to the grocery store, a couple $100 at least to get what you need for a few weeks.
Yes, and we're seeing more and more of that, families who are working multiple jobs, and it's just hard to make ends meet, right, with grocery prices, and especially towards the end of the month. So we want to make sure that we are there, we are supporting families, they're getting food, but they're also getting hope, right? It's like they don't have to put money on that credit card, and they can use it for other things for their families, and that's why we're here. We want to make things a little bit easier and make people's days just a little bit brighter. And it's going to be great weather, so we're really, really excited.
100%. And Meredith, let me ask you real quick, because we have a couple minutes left. What are some of the food options going to be in these meals? And the only reason I ask is because I know that you guys make it a very big point to make sure there's healthy options and great food for that family.
We do. And our team has worked really hard. So again, we're going to have a lot of fresh produce. Again, some of our farmers will actually be there on site. So you're going to get apples, you're going to get potatoes, you're going to get corn, you're going to get other kind of hearty fruits and vegetables, onions, peppers, all of those things. You're going to get protein. So there's going to be turkey, there's going to be chicken, beef. You're going to have all of that wonderful protein that we need. You're going to have dairy, you're going to have milk and butter and cheese and eggs, right? Everyone loves eggs, and you need them not just for breakfast anymore. You need them in a lot of recipes. So we're going to have all of that. And then we're going to have plenty of shelf-stable items. We're going to have some household essentials, the toilet paper, the Kleenexes. We're going to have some cleaning supplies. So a little bit of everything to make everyone's lives just a little bit easier this month.
And just to circle back, this is exactly, you hit it on the head just at the tail end of that, 1 month worth of supplies. And that's just great for the public to know about because, even if, let's say you're working or you got a job, maybe that's the time where you go, can I come in a little bit later? Because you're going to be able to provide your family with that grocery lot and maybe just lose a half hour if you have to, so to be able to know about it ahead of time is great.
It is, and we've actually had, people calling us saying, I might not need all of the food, but could I share it with a neighbor? Of course, right? We want that. If there's something that you're going to get, and maybe you don't need the milk, but maybe you have a next door neighbor or someone who lives down the street that can. We want to make sure we're helping as many families as possible.
And Meredith, before I let you go, it's been a great 10-minute conversation. I've loved every bit of this, and you're welcome back at any time when you have to fill us in on more details. What else do you advise of the folks that are getting ready to make this trek to Worldwide Technology or right next to Busch Stadium Thursday and Friday? Clean out the cars, we know that. But when it comes to different quantities of items, are we going to have multiples of each with it being a 1-month supply, or how does that work?
So some things there's going to be multiple, some things there's going to be, eaches. And so, you'll be driving through the line and everyone's going to be telling you what they're giving you. So if there's something that maybe you don't want, or maybe there's an allergy and you don't need it, by all means, we want to respect that. So again, just come with a smile on your face. We're all going to be out there having fun and helping everyone in the bi-state region. So again, we're really, really looking forward to it. But again, if you do show up early, have a little patience with us, right? Because we're not going to start until 9:00. And it's up to 500 families. So we want to make sure that we're getting rid of and distributing all of this wonderful food and wonderful produce. But when we hit 500, that's all we're going to have.
It makes sense. And Meredith, before I let you go, is there anything else planned for the 50th?
So we have a lot of things planned for the 50th. People can go to our website, stlfoodbank.org. They can click the Find Food button if they need food, or maybe they can't get out Thursday or Friday. There's other locations. They can go on there if they're able to make a financial donation, $50. We can help feed a family for up to 2 weeks. They can volunteer with us here at the food bank or at one of our distribution sites. We're going to be doing a big meal pack event on 9/11 day here at the Chaffetz Arena, packing and preparing over 325,000 meals in one day. Wow. And much, much more. And they can follow us on social media for our 50 Ways in 50 Days campaign and learn other ways to help be a part of the Food Bank family.
Absolutely. Meredith, thank you so much for your time. It's been great talking with you, and the best of luck this Thursday and Friday and throughout the rest of the 50th fun.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your support.
We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show right after this one.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small.
I just realized I'm out of time. See you tomorrow. What a great show. I'm happy with it. Enjoy another beautiful day. See you Wednesday. Try your best to stay out of jail, my friends.